Okay, so I did go to New York over the weekend and I did get a poster. Do we know what the poster is? Isn't it lovely? Welcome back to another video. My name is Emma in case you didn't know me. Today is New Comic Book Day and it is also Christmas Eve, so happy Christmas Eve if you celebrate, or happy holidays. And if you don't celebrate anything, have a nice, well-rested break. We all need a good break right now. But yeah, I just got back in from New York and we saw Marty Supreme. We went to like one of the little AMC premieres in New York because we all just decided to take a little sibling trip up there, me and my brothers, and they gave out these posters if you got tickets to that little AMC thing, and they also gave out these ping pong balls. They came in this box, Marty Supreme, professionally, and then that side right there. I'll show you one of the ping pong balls too. There's like a good amount in here. I'm like, maybe I should take up ping pong. Oh my god, is it not gonna focus? Guys, this is not working. Should I be like the influencer? Oh my god, why did that work? Yeah, there is the little ping pong ball. Super cool. Yeah, that movie was absolutely insane. It was such an insane movie. I didn't watch Uncut Gems, which is what the director did before this movie, and I don't think I can watch Uncut Gems because, oh my gosh, this is like single-handedly like one of the most stressful movies I have ever watched ever, and I don't think I can watch it again. It was just too stressful for me, but he is 100% going to be one of the front runners for the Oscar. I don't know what cycle he's in though. I don't know if it's going to be this cycle for the Oscars or if it's going to be next year's because of like the release of this, but he's definitely going to be a front runner for that. But yeah, that's the second time we went to like one of those little like premiere things. Early in the year, we went to see The Brutalists, I think at the Music Box Theater in Chicago. We also got these little posters from there. And then that one came with like a postcard. I don't know where the postcard is. I think it's on the fridge in the kitchen. And then it also came with like this little pamphlet on the inside of things in the movie. Also a really fun experience. Another movie which I don't think I can handle watching again. But yeah, that was a super fun experience. I mean, I love getting like free things. I know it's not really free since you bought it with the movie ticket, but like, I love a merch moment. I love it so much. But with that being said, it is also New Comic Book Day. Happy New Comic Book Day. Happy Christmas Eve. Like, everything is happening today, and I need to go pick up my comics quick because they do close the store at 5 and it's like past noon. Things I did read this week. I didn't read too much. I read this one trade, Stephanie Brown's Batgirl run. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I decided I'm going to do like a recap video of everything I loved in 2025. And this is something that this is one of my favorite reads of 2025, honestly. Here's one of the moments I really loved in the book between Stephanie and Damian Wayne. This was so good. Brian Q. Miller, not Brian K. Miller. I said that the entire video last time and it was so frustrating because it's literally a Q, not a K. And then Lee Garbett did the artwork in this, and the artwork was so amazing. But yeah, Stephanie just brings like a different vibe to the Bat family, and I really love her character. I'll put my Comicgeeks review right up next to me during this whole spiel, but yeah, this was so good. Because I'm not finished with the second volume, because this is like the complete end of her run, because someone told me it got cut short because of New 52, so that's why I'm not going to talk too much about it, because I want to talk about it in its entirety, which I'm sure as I'm a quarter through the second volume, it's still going to be just as amazing as the first one. But I did read one more thing in the airport on the way to New York. I read We Are Robins with, I forgot who the writer and the artist are, but I will put the Comicgeeks review right up next here. I read it on Hoopla on my iPad. I was expecting a lot more from it, and I feel like I love Duke Thomas so much, and they just like keep neglecting his character, and I felt like he should have been more prominent in that story. I know he's one of the main characters, but still, the way they wrote him into it, I felt like he should have been given a lot more opportunity in that story, especially like to be the leader of the We Are Robins movement. I felt like he should have been at the forefront of it instead of like him being like grabbed by the group that was already made to be like, oh, you kind of worked with Batman, here, let's put you in the team now. I feel like he should have been the leader, the forefront, like, of that entire movement. Like, it should have been him from the start. But I also didn't read Batman Endgame. I didn't know I was supposed to read that first. I was like on Reddit looking at it, and I was like, oh. Yeah, the story itself, I really love the concept. I just don't think it was fleshed out as well as it could have been, and it was okay. I did like, oh, Jorge Corona was one of the artists. I do like his artwork. I know it's like hit or miss for everyone, as I saw in the reviews, but I do like it. I think it fit like the style of the story and like the era of New 52. But I don't know, I just felt like they could have been doing more with Duke Thomas in that story. But I did like his single miniseries a lot more than I liked the We Are Robin stuff. So I'm gonna read the second volume and hopefully he becomes more prominent in that. But as of right now, I was just kind of a little bit let down by that story. Do more with Duke Thomas, please, DC. That is what I ask. But yeah, that is everything I read last week, so let us head out, and while I am driving on the way there, I'm gonna show you all the little clips I have of me and my brothers in New York. Okay, so spontaneous sibling trip. We all decided to go to New York. One of my brothers wanted to see Marty Supreme before it came out because like you get posters and stuff, as you saw in the beginning. And then my other brother wanted to trade in some stuff at a camera store. And you know what? It was actually a pretty good trade-in deal. I forgot how much he got, but I think it was good for what he traded in. And the stuff in the store was like insane. It was like actual film equipment. I mean, this thing is like $20,000 and it was really old, and it was just cool to see all that stuff. And then we visited Midtown Comics. Of course, I got my wish and got to see some of the cool comic stores here. This was like insane though. I've never been in a comic store this big. Like the amount of back issues and just like issue, like look at all the comic stuff they have. Like that's so much comics. I can't even imagine how much money it is to keep all this stuff in stock. And there were so many people in here. That's why I didn't film too much. I didn't want to like, I really don't know how to blur people's faces. I could probably watch a YouTube tutorial on it, but yeah, I just felt uncomfortable like having everyone's faces on there. But look, they had a Mina figurine. She is my favorite manga and anime character. And then here is me awkwardly taking some performative pictures. And then we checked out some dim sum place. It was really good. And then Times Square, of course, after that, guys. I love Times Square. Like, I don't know why. I love the vibe so much. Oh, it's Paramount. Yeah. The one part about Times Square I did not like, but I don't know. I just love Times Square. It's so colorful. It's so fun. I like seeing everyone gather and just like, I don't know. I just love the vibe of Times Square. I could stay here forever, honestly. It's so pretty. So we are just walking around now in New York and we found the bridge from Elf. Here it is. Wow. So interesting. So now we're gonna walk a mile and we're gonna go to the Met and maybe we'll see a celebrity. I want to see at least one famous person here. Have yet to see one. There's the Met. Was it worth walking in the cold? I do not think so. It is freezing. The wind is terrible. I guess those are the two themes. Divine Egypt and Manpei. Done. Okay, but then we went down Fifth Avenue and we visited the Adidas store to see the World Cup ball. It was $160, I think. It was really expensive. And then Barnes & Noble. This Barnes & Noble was 3 different levels. And like the entire like 3rd floor was just like dedicated to like music and movies and stuff. And I was like, I wish we had this here. I wish we had this stuff here. It's just so insane that like New Yorkers just get like stuff like this. I understand that like a lot of people live here and that's why they have so much like product and stuff, but I'm like, I'm so jealous. I'm just so I need to live in a big city. That's just everything. Look at this little cute little A24 shelf. Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's actually my favorite movie of all time. Fun fact. It is so good. Then I don't know what this is. That might be the library. I can't tell. Yeah, it's the library. It's pretty cool. Alright y'all, we are at the comic book store now. That was a very short New York vlog. I don't know why I wasn't vlogging a lot because thinking about it now, I literally passed like, I think like over 10 people in the 2 days I was in New York that were like vlogging very publicly and this like didn't care and like no cares in the world about vlogging. And I was just like, it's New York. Like that is the one place like everyone is like always vlogging. I was like, I should have vlogged more, but I didn't. And that was a little bit, but it was super, super fun. I love New York so much. Like I want to live in a big city so bad. They have so much stuff there. I love public transportation, guys. I love public transportation. I love getting on the buses, the subway, the trains. It's just so nice, and we don't have that here in Tennessee. And plus, like, New York is just so amazing. The comic store was insane. Even the camera store my brother went to like, trade in his camera stuff was amazing. I mean, like, everything there was so incredible, especially the movie scene in New York. Oh, my gosh, it's perfect. But that's enough about me talking about it. I just want to live there so bad. That or Chicago. Like, I am so down to live in New York or Chicago. Amazing cities. And also Marty Supreme was just so good too. I can't remember if I said this early in the video, but I'll probably cut it out if I already said it. But Joff Safdie's directed Marty Supreme and he directed Uncut Gems with his brother before. The other brother in that movie also directed a movie with Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt. Forgot the name of the movie. I think it's about a wrestler, but that also released this year. I think my brother said something about that. But yeah, it was a really good movie. Just like, I just need to start writing stuff. I feel like the way that, I don't know who wrote the movie actually now that I think about it. It probably was Joff Safdie's, but I just like, it just kept getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And like, I just don't know how someone can like think of that in their brain. It's just like the way people's minds work is just so crazy to me. And I love it. And that's why we hate AI, guys. Like AI could never come up with Marty Supreme about a ping pong player. Like guys, like the ping pong scenes in that movie were insane. Like, okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about that. The soundtrack was my favorite part of the movie. Oh my god, I just dropped my phone. The soundtrack was my favorite part because like in that theater, oh, I should have took a picture of the theater. It was like insane. Like it was so big in there. It was so big and the sound system was incredible and just the music for that movie was just Everything about it was so perfect. Anyways, let me stop talking about that and go ahead and go in the store. But just know I love New York and I should vlog more. The next time I go out for like, because we're going to do more movies like that. I think because like I said, we did The Brutalist in Chicago and we did Marty Supreme in New York. I definitely think we should go see another movie in Chicago. Okay. Enough about that. Today, the pickups are Absolute Martian Manhunter issue number 7 from that long break. They are finally back doing it. Absolute Superman issue 14. Please, for the love of God, I hope Ra's al Ghul is just done in that. I'm so sick of him as a villain in there. Absolute Wonder Woman issue number 15. That is the Batman Wonder Woman crossover. And then finally, Batman Static Beyond issue number 2. Okay, most excited for Absolute Wonder Woman, of course. I mean, it's a crossover between her and Absolute Batman. That's going to be so amazing. And Kelly Thompson's writing and Hayden Sherman's doing the artwork. I cannot wait to see Hayden Sherman's style of Absolute Batman. I'm so excited for it. Yeah, this is amazing, guys. It's so exciting. I cannot believe this crossover is happening. I also saw online that Scott Snyder said it was, you can buy each of the crossovers for both the runs, they stand alone, it's fine. And I think that's really nice because I hate whenever they try to make something like you have to buy like 15 different copies to understand everything. I really hate that. That's why I'm kind of not messing with DCKO at the moment. I think there's some DCKO Fight Month stuff that comes out today, but I'm kind of sick of it at this point. But if it's the Jason Todd one, I might pick it up. And if it's a cute cover, I might pick it up too. Anyways, that is all I have to pick up today. I'm going to go in the store real quick because they probably want to close soon because it is Christmas Eve. And yeah, I'll see you in a second. Also, it is not Christmas weather at all. It is so hot right now. It's probably like 70 degrees. Definitely should have got to the store earlier today. Look how cleared out everything is. I also saw this Void Rivals cover. It looks super cool, but I am so far behind on that. I've read like literally one issue. This Greg Rucka Omni, I want it so bad, but it's $125. When I get my money up, I will definitely be buying that one day. This Namor, I want to get into Namor stuff, and then I decided to check out the 50-cent bins. Kind of, I did not have the energy for it, but saw some cool finds. The Captain Marvel Kelly Thompson run, though, that was my biggest one. I really want to read that entire run. I love Kelly Thompson so much. They had a Doom Patrol Omni for only $40. I actually did almost get that. And then Vince Staples, I had no clue he had a comic. I love his music. All right, y'all, we are back in from the comic store. They were missing Batman Static Beyond, so I went ahead and got Red Hood and the Joker instead in its place. I'll pick up the trade for Batman and Static, but I feel like that was a sign that I need to just read their older works instead of just like jumping into this new series because I was kind of confused on the first issue, so let me back off and read their older comics first. I accidentally flipped to the back of this because I was looking to see who all the artists were and I forgot that they do title pages, and at the end of this was the bracket and I saw who won the battle for this particular fight. And I don't know, I saw a lot of people liking this issue a lot on like Twitter and Comicgeeks and everything and TikTok, so I guess like what happens inside is better than what the result is at the end, if that makes any sense. The writers were Scott Snyder, Joshua Williamson, artists Dustin Nguyen, Giuseppe Camuncoli, and then Mark Morales and John Cleese are inks and colors. I thought inkers and colorists were the same thing. I guess they're not, but there's like the title page right there. Okay, but this one's gonna be amazing. We have Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez on Martian Manhunter. This is issue number 7. They took a really long break and now they are back. Of course, let me show you some of the artwork in here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This entire story is so good, and I don't know, Dennis Camp is just so good at writing. Like, I don't know where I was going with that. He's just so good at writing. I don't know, like, after reading the Ultimates and then reading this, I'm just like, he's so good. I have the Assorted Crisis events, or I forgot what it's called, Assorted Crisis, something like that. But I have it on Hoopla, rented out, so I need to read it by the end of the month, and I cannot wait because I'm so excited to read more of his stuff. Next up is something I don't like as much. Absolute Superman issue number 14. This is Jason Aaron, Rafa Sandoval, and the colorist is, oh god, spoiler. I thought they did a title page for this one. They did not. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Where is the... Why is it so hard to find the writers and the artists in these stories? Ulysses Areola. So there's everyone. Big spoiler on that last page. Okay, seeing the end of that story, it's looking pretty cool and I'm kind of excited now. But Ra's al Ghul was like the worst villain he could have picked for this. I am so sick of Ra's al Ghul in this story, and I just feel like he's not really adding anything, and I just don't understand why they have Ra's al Ghul in the first place in the Superman story. Like that one meme where they're like, what the hell is like a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? Like that type of thing. That's how I feel about Ra's al Ghul in this series. And he has not written him to the extent of where I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy Ra's al Ghul was picked for this series. It's just written to like, when is this going to end? Please make this end. Yeah, I don't know. I love what he's doing with like Superman's character and that. I love the idea of him growing up on Krypton, as I said many times before. Like I love everything about how he's characterized, but like everything else in that story is just so misplaced in my opinion. Like the way he has written Lois and Jimmy seems a little bizarre to me, and obviously Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul in this story, I'm just like, why are the al Ghuls in this story? And yeah, could have picked a different villain. I love the Brainiac villain in this. Brainiac is so cool in this. I don't know why they didn't just like keep with the Brainiac stuff and just make him the main big bad of this series instead of Ra's al Ghul. And Brainiac's a Superman villain too, so like I just don't understand. They had like all the recipes and they just like missed it with this. I don't know like why he wanted Ra's al Ghul so badly for the story. I don't know if like the editorial was like, we need Ra's al Ghul in Absolute Superman, because I don't need him in there. They don't need him in there. Okay, and then finally I have Absolute Wonder Woman. Issue number 15, Kelly Thompson, Hayden Sherman, and Jordi Belair is the colorist. So gorgeous. I need to read Dark Patterns so bad because Hayden Sherman does the artwork in Dark Patterns. But this is just phenomenal. 110% this is going to be my like read of the year. That's why I'm waiting till, yeah, I feel like next week I'm going to do my 2025 recap of all the media I've loved this year. But this is definitely going to have to be like at the top. I'm already like calling it. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is going to be so good. This is going to be amazing. I need to go home. I need to go home right now. I've been sitting in this parking lot too long. I've been trying to film this part for like 80 years. I don't know why I cannot speak today. Let us go home and I'm going to talk about more of that whenever I get there. They're making another Iron Man, #1. Oh my gosh, next year it's like 2026. But, I mean, it's close to being next year. That's what I meant to say. Yes, it's going to be 2026 next year. I think this is Joshua Williamson writing this. I need to go. I need to go right now. I'm sick of being in this parking lot. I gotta go. And we are back home. I don't know why I said I had anything more to say. I don't think I really have anything more to say, but I'm just so excited to read all this and Absolute Wonder Woman. I'm super excited to read Absolute Wonder Woman. I mean, it just looks so amazing. Here is more of the artwork inside. It just looks so cool. But yeah, later in the week, probably next week, I will do a 2025 recap of all the media I like this year, like music, movies, TV shows, comics, books, everything, because I feel like I did a lot of stuff this year and I never remember what I do every year. So like it'll be nice to have a video for me to look back on personally and be like, oh, this is what I enjoyed in 2025. So I am super excited, but that is all I have for today. I am going to go watch the season finale of Pluribus now. That is like my favorite show of this year, 110% actually. Pluribus is my favorite show of 2025 probably. I'll have to go look through everything else I watched, but like Pluribus is definitely #1. That show is amazing. You guys should definitely watch it. Yeah, I'm super excited to see the finale. I've been trying to avoid spoilers. I've been spoiled on a little bit of it, but no matter what, I don't care because I love that TV show so much. Nothing could ruin that TV show for me. But yeah, Pluribus, gonna watch that later. And that is it. That is my Christmas plans. Watching Pluribus and Heated Rivalry. There's so much stuff happening right now and I'm so excited. And yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna watch some Yuri and Yaoi for my Christmas. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you guys so much for a wonderful year. I know this isn't the end of year video, but I'm just gonna say it right now too. And I'll say it again later in the week, but thank you guys so much for this entire year. It's been a really good year. Thank you for all the support. I really appreciate and love every single one of you guys. Have a wonderful, happy holidays to whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. Just have a nice break. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out. And the last episode's called The Girl of the World. So like, who's she gonna pick, guys? Who's she gonna pick? I'd unfortunately pick Zosha. Ooh. Or would I? I don't know. That's